Yes, good day, class. I welcome you to our revision segment of today. We are just going to quickly go through this past previous paper. It's a controlled test life sciences grade 10 that was written 2022. And please note that when you do these papers, you will never go wrong. Just keep following, turn on your subscription button and share the paper, share the channel, share the information, and all of us, we can do good. You actually just have to read instructions of the paper anytime when you are given a paper class. Note that this is our examination readiness paper. Let's get ready for our final examinations. Read all questions. Read the following instructions, answer all questions. Please note that the paper wants you to answer all questions. Answer all questions. Write all the answers in the answer book that you are given. Number answers correctly according to the numbering system used in the paper. Please note that you don't use your own numbering system. You number according to the numbering system used in the paper. Present your answers according to the instructions of each question or per question. Each question has got its own instructions. And then follow the instruction per question class. All drawings must be done in pencil and labeled in blue or black. Write neatly and legibly. One most important thing is that note that you don't use fancy other colors in the question paper or in the exam. You are strictly expected to use black or blue ink in your work, please. So let's just quickly go to the questions and then we go. Various options are provided as answers to the following question. Choose the correct answer only and write only the letter next to the question number in the answer book. For example, the way it is done here. So we are saying the basic unit of life is dash. The basic unit of life. What is the basic unit of life? I'm sure we did this chapter, and then one thing that you should know is that the question is saying now write only the number in the answer. So in this case, I'm saying we are going to question 1.1.1. I'm just going to use this one as an example. So you write 1.1.1. What the basic unit of life is dash. The basic unit of life is a what? Is a cell. Uh, the answer is what? The answer is what is A. The answer is A. The basic unit of life is a what? Is a cell. The answer is A. So I'm saying you write like this, the way I've done here. You just write the way I've done here to say that 1.1.1 and then you write your answer what? Answer A. In the following questions, I'll just mark and write them. So therefore you can just see what is the correct answer there. A general group of plants adopted to grow in extremely dry regions are referred to as what? They are referred to as xerophytes. Xerophytes are types of plants that are adapted to grow in dry regions. So the answer is what? Is B. The answer is B. Please note that I'm saying in this case, I'm just going to give you the answers as they are. The answer is B. And then the next question is saying, in which of the following processes is mitosis not involved? Where is mitosis not involved? In which of the following processes is mitosis not involved? Replacement of cells in cut-through skin, it is involved. Production of stem cells in testes, it is not. Production of identical daughter cells. Growth of an organism, number 1.1.3. The answer is that the production of stem cells, I'm sure that you know that it is caused by what? By meiosis. The answer is what? Is B. Mitosis is not involved in the production of gametes. Gametes are produced through a process called what? Meiosis. which property of enzymes is represented by the sequence of diagrams below? Which property of enzymes is represented by sequence of enzymes below? We are saying, what is it that is showing enzymes can speed up a chemical reaction, enzymes can lower down reaction activation energy, enzymes are proteins, and enzymes are specific in their function. So enzymes can speed up a chemical reaction. Enzymes can speed up chemical reaction, which is answer is what? It is A. Answer is A, number 4. So please note that I'm saying you write only the question number and the letter that is correct for each question. We can quickly go to the next question. Give the correct biological term for each of the following descriptions. Write only the term next to the question number. So like I said, I'm going to also always use the first question to demonstrate the loss of water in the form of water vapor through aerial parts of the plant is called what? It is called transpiration. So I'm just going to write my answer here. It is called transpiration. Transpiration is the loss of water vapor through the aerial parts of the plant. The loss of water from a plant through its parts is called transpiration. And then the next question is saying the feeding levels of different organisms within an ecosystem. The feeding levels of different organisms within an ecosystem, it is called what? These are called trophic levels. Number question 1.1.2, it is called trophic levels. And then next question, the form in which nitrogen is absorbed by plants through the roots. Nitrogen is absorbed in the form of nitrates. Question 3.1.2.3, it is called nitrates. Nitrates is the form in which nitrogen is absorbed by plants through the roots. Cell organelles that are centers for cellular respiration is called what? Mitochondria. It's called mitochondria class. And then a deficient disease associated with bleeding, a deficient disease associated with bleeding gums is called scurvy. Bleeding gums is associated with, that deficient disease is called what? Is called scurvy. Red pigmentation, the red pigment in red blood cells that transport oxygen, it is called hemoglobin. It is called hemoglobin. It is called hemoglobin. And we go to the next question. Indicate whether the descriptions in column A applies to A, B, both A and B, or none. Write only A or B or both to the question number in the answer book. Undifferentiated cells present at the tips of stems and roots that are actively dividing by mitosis to produce new cells. What are they called? They are called what? Meristematic tissue, which is what? Which is A only. An abiotic factor relating to soil. An abiotic factor relating to soil, it's called what? It's called edaphic, which is B only. And organisms that cannot produce their own food, that cannot produce their organisms that cannot produce their own food. We know that the ones that can produce their own food are called producers. Heterotrophic decomposers is what? Is both of them, both A and B, both A and B. It's both A and B. It's both A and B. Both A and B. That's the answer. Or these are the answers. Let's quickly go to section B. Section B, question 2. The question is saying scientists wanted to investigate whether light is required for the germination of seeds. She filled 2 plant pots of the same size with equal amounts of soil. And then we have got pot 1 was labeled light and pot 2 was labeled and pot 2 dark. 5 lettuce seeds were planted in each of the pots. Both plants were given sufficient water. Pot A and pot 1 was put in direct sunlight. A cardboard box was placed on over pot 2 and no light was allowed to enter it. No light. We are saying no light in pot 2. Pot 2, no light was allowed to enter in it. So the question is saying what's the question? Let me quickly check again. Two point one. Okay, let's just continue. 2.1.1. Identify the process represented above. Identify the process represented above in this diagram. The diagram below represents different phases of a particular process. And then identify processes represented above. It is what? It is, we are saying, we are looking at this diagram, which is shown here. What processes are shown there? It is mitosis. It is mitosis. Label A, B, and C. Label A. It is what? A is the nucleus. It is the nucleus. A is the nucleus. B, it is the what? It is the chromatin network. Chromatin network. B is the chromatin network. And then C, what is C? C is the cell membrane. C is the cell membrane. That is the labels of A, B, and C. A is the nucleus, B is the chromatin network, and C is the cell membrane. Provide a label for D and state its function. Provide a label for D. D, it is this. It is actually the centriole. D, this one, which is given there. Provide a label for D. D is the centriole. And then its function is actually provide spindle fibers to hold the chromosomes. It provides spindle fibers to hold the chromosomes. That is the function. It provides the spindle fibers to hold the chromosomes. That is the function of D. That is the function of what? Of D. That is the function of D there. And then which phase is represented by diagram 3? Which phase is represented by diagram 3? When chromosomes align at the equator, this is known as what? At the center. When the chromosomes are aligning at the center, it is called what? We are saying this is the equator. And when that occurs, when we have got chromosomes aligning like that, it is called what? Metaphase. This is called metaphase. It is called metaphase class in this. I mean, you need to understand that this is called metaphase. And then draw a labeled diagram of a phase which follows the phase mentioned above. So we are saying the diagram of the phase that follows metaphase, there. So we just want to draw that phase to say one thing that you should understand is that the process of mitosis, meiosis is quite important. So you need to know it quite clear. So what I'm saying here is that which phase comes after mitosis, after metaphase? After metaphase, what comes next? It is what? Anaphase. You need to know that the next 2.2.5, 2.2.5. So a label diagram of this, we can just have our diagram there, and then we can therefore say this is the diagram must say, obviously it must have a title, which I'm saying it is what? Anaphase. You must understand that this is anaphase diagram. You must understand that this is anaphase class. You must understand that this is what? This is anaphase. So we are saying it's anaphase. And then we are saying draw a diagram to illustrate it. We are just going to draw a diagram there, which we can just say that we have got our thing there, which has got the spindle fibers there. And then we have got our chromosomes there. And then we have got the same thing here also. So what we are saying is that it's a diagram which is showing, which must be drawn to show what? To show anaphase. So in this case, I'm saying we have got the centromere splits. The centromere splits, and then the spindle fibers pulls the chromatids of each chromosomes apart. The spindle fibers they pull, the spindle fibers pull the chromatids pull the chromatids of each chromosomes apart. Chromatids of each chromosome apart. So what is happening is that obviously these are the spindle fibers. Is the spindle fibers there, and then these are what? These are chromatids. Is the chromatids there? So what I'm saying is that it's anaphase. As much as you should understand is that the next diagram, which phase or the next stage which follows is what? It is anaphase that you should know. So the moment you put the anaphase and then the centromere splits, and then you also indicate that the spindle fibers pull the chromatids of each chromosome apart. Hence, you are what? You are all right. So the next question is saying, explain what would happen if the process mentioned in 2.21 does not take place. If the process which is mentioned in 2.21 does not take place, 2.21, we are talking about the process of what? The process of what? The process that is being referred to is what? Is mitosis. If mitosis does not occur, what happens? The question is saying, explain what would happen if mitosis does not take place. So 2.2.6, 2.2.6, we are saying if mitosis does not occur, if mitosis does not occur, the following will happen. So what we are saying is that one, what will happen there, one, no growth will occur in the living organisms, because remember to say mitosis is responsible for what? For cell growth. So we are saying no growth. One thing is that no growth will occur in living organisms. No growth will take place in living organisms. If mitosis does not take place, no growth will take place in living organisms. Two, also one thing that you must understand is that no repair of worn out tissues or damaged tissues. No repair on damaged or worn out tissues. Worn out tissues will take place. No growth on worn out tissues or damaged tissues will take place. And then we also say the last one is that we can also say no asexual reproduction in unicellular organisms. We won't have, there is also no asexual reproduction. No asexual reproduction. No asexual reproduction. We are talking about the growth or the production of plants or of vegetation without the use of what? Without the use of seeds. So no asexual reproduction in unicellular organisms in basic reproduction in unicellular organisms. So this will not take place if mitosis does not occur. If there is no, if mitosis does not take place, we don't have this different or this point that I'm giving you right now. They won't be there. So please note that mitosis is very important. It is quite important for what? For growth, for damaging, for repairing of damaged or worn out tissues, and also promoting of asexual reproduction. So if it does not take place, those cannot occur. Uh, the the image below, the images below are two different fossils. The images below are two different fossils, and then these are two different fossils that are given there. Identify fossil A and fossil B. Fossil A, we can say it is what? This is called a this is called what? We are saying fossil A, it is called a trilobite. And then B, it is what? An ammonite. And then describe how these fossils may have formed in sedimentary rocks. Describe how they would have formed in sedimentary rocks. So in this case, uh, how they would have formed in sedimentary rocks. One question 3.3.1, 3.1.3, the organism dies and is covered rapidly by sediments. We are saying organism, it dies and and covered by covered by what? Covered by sediments and get covered by sediments rapidly. And then as time passes, layers of sediments build up over it. Layers of sediments, layers of sediments build up over it through time. Yes, and then the layers compress and pressure builds up. The layers, they compress, the layers compress, the layers compress, and pressure builds up. The layers compress and pressure builds up. Minerals from the rock seep into the bones and harden. Builds up minerals from the rock. They seep or they enter, they seep into the bones and harden it. They seep into the bones and harden it. They seep into the bones and harden it. That's what happens there. So organisms actually they die and get covered by sediment that covers them rapidly. Layers of sediments build up over it through time or over time. Then the layers compress and pressure builds up. Minerals from the rocks seep into the bones and harden it. That is how these fossils are formed. That's how the above fossils are formed, class. And then scientists use radioactive isotopes such as carbon 14 or potassium 40 to date fossils. what is this method of dating fossils called? I'm sure that you can remember that this is called what? Radiometric dating. It's called radiometric. It's called radiometric dating. It is called radiometric dating class. The diagram below represents a simplified geological time scale showing how the number of families, groups of related species have changed over a period of time. So you've got the Pleizoic here, and then we've got the Mosaic, Pleizoic, Mosaic, and what's the Cenozoic. Those are our periods. We have got one, we have got two, and then we have got three different eras that are represented there. So number of what? Number of families are shown there. These are what? We have got number of families are shown on this side. Number of families are shown on the vertical scale there. And then we have it like that. This is given as what? Millions of years ago. Millions of years ago, which you are going to see sometimes written as what? As Maya or MYA. It's called what? The different, it's called the million of years ago. So we have got the 600, 500, 400, 300, 200, 100 up to 0, which is present today. So let's just quickly see the questions and answer them. What are they saying? What does the question say? How many mass extinctions took place since the creation of the Earth? How many mass extinctions took place since the creation of the Earth? We can look at them. We are saying it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm saying there are how many? We are saying it's one class. We are looking at these 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These are the how many mass extinctions? How many mass extinctions took place since the creation of the Earth? So they are what? They are 5. They are 5 class as I have marked as I have marked for you there. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are the mass extinctions that are referred to. The 5 mass extinctions that are referred to in this regard. And then which mass extinction took place towards the end of the Pleiadic era? Which towards the end of what? The Pleiadic era. So we are saying which one took place towards that? Which mass extinction took place towards that? Towards the Pleiadic era. We are saying in terms of that, you can see that towards the Pleiadic, which mass extinction took place towards the Pleiadic era. We are saying it is what? It is the what? It is the Permian. Because if you can see here, we are saying towards the end, it is ending here, the Pleiadic era. We are saying the Pleiadic era, which is referred to class, is this one. Please note that these questions, they must not confuse here. We are saying the Pleiadic era is this one, which is given from here. This is the Pleiadic era that is referred to here. So towards the end, we are talking about the end is here. So towards the end, we are saying it is this. Towards the end, it is this one, which I can mark here to say towards the end, our end is there. So we are saying towards the end, it is what? Is the Permian. It is the Permian that took place towards that era. So it is the what? It is the Permian. It is the Permian which took place towards the Pleiadic era. which took place towards the end of Pleiadic era. It is the Permian class. Which era had the longest duration? Which era has got the has got the longest duration? Which era has got the longest duration? If you can see, I'm saying if you look into this, the era that we have, like I said, we are saying we have got 1, 2, 3. We have got 1, 2, 3. So in terms of their length, time, or their duration, we are looking at this class. We are saying the Pleiadic is starting from here to there, which is A. This is OA, which is the Pleiadic, and then we have got the Mosaic, which is also ending from there to there, and then we have got this one. So we are saying which era took the longest? It is the what? It is B, and then I'm saying C there. So the longest is what? The longest is the Pleiadic, as you can see here. This one is the longest one. The Pleiadic era is the longest one. So it is what? It is the Pleiadic era which took the longest time, or the Pleiadic. The Pleiadic era is the longest. It is actually the longest one, as you can see from the calculation that we did now. And then name 2 factors or events known to have caused mass extinction. Factors that might have caused mass extinction. I'm saying, when we're talking about mass extinction, we're talking about organisms or species dying, or populations dying in great numbers. So factors that might cause that, they are such as these ones. They are such as these. We can say one, it can be climate change. Climate change can cause mass extinction. When climate changes, organisms, they die in numbers. We can also have two. It can also because of glaciation, or drop in sea level. Glaciations, or drop in sea level can also cause mass extinction. We can as well have number three. We can also say number 3, mass extinction can also be caused by volcanic activities. Volcanic activities can as well cause mass extinction. They also cause mass extinction. And then we can also talk about the asteroids as number 4. So we are saying these factors, they are responsible for causing mass extinction. These are factors that can cause mass extinction, to say that climate change, glaciation, drop in sea level, volcanic activities, and also asteroids. Asteroids can also cause mass extinction. When did the Triassic extinction took place? When did, we are on question 2.3.25, when did this took place? We go to our question, when did the Triassic extinction took place? We just go there. This is it. We are saying when did it took place? As you can see here, it is marked. It is marked to say that it is starting from there to there, which is the Triassic era. It took place in what? It took place 2 million years ago. It took place 2 million years ago. I'm saying the Triassic era is this one that is being asked. This is the Triassic era that is being asked, the class. It is the Triassic era here. So as I'm saying, you look on the scale of the time, hence it took place what? 2 million years ago. It took place, when did it took place? This one, it took place 2 million years ago. 2 million years ago. Is 2 million years ago. That's when this took place. And then which extinction was the biggest? Which extinction was the biggest in terms of the number of families that went extinct? Uh, which extinction was the biggest in terms, number 3.26, which extinction was the biggest in terms of the number of families that went extinct? We are to look also on our graph, which one was that? Which extinction which extinction was the biggest in terms of the number of families that went extinct? So we are saying we look into the diagram in terms of the number of families which went extinct. So we should look into that, and then as you look into that one, we look on the number of families that went extinct is shown here. So we are saying which one has got the highest number of families that went extinct. It is the what? 3.26. It is the I'm just calculating it now. It is the highest number of families that went extinct. Which family, which extinction was the biggest in terms of the number of families that went extinct? So I'm saying we just look into that, and then we can see that it is the what? It is the Permian as well. It is the Permian. Because if you can check here, I'm saying it is the what? The Permian that has got the highest number that went extinct. Sorry. In terms of the number of families that went extinct. No, let me show you. Let me just show it. See it here. So the highest number of families that went extinct, it is the what? We calculate, we take it from here. We check there. We check there. We check there. We check there. This one. And then we have got also, this one is the one that is living. So we are saying it should be the what? The Triassic. The Triassic should be the correct answer here, class. If you can check from here up to there, the highest, you can see that it is going towards this, which we are saying that it is the what? It is the Triassic. It is the Triassic which has got the highest in terms of the numbers that went missing. If you can check there, we are saying the Triassic, it is starting from here. It is starting from here up to there. So we are saying it is the what? The Triassic. It is the Triassic. It is the Triassic. It's the Triassic era. And then the next question is saying, scientists believe that we are currently experiencing the sixth mass extinction. What is thought to be cause of this mass extinction? The sixth mass extinction, it is caused by what? Exploitation of the environment by humans. which is caused by human impact. Number 3.27, it is what is the cause of this 60 mass extinction is as a result of what human impact to the environment. Human impact to the environment. Human impact to the environment is the cause is the cause of this 60 mass extinction. Human impact to the environment. That is it. The diagram below shows a picture of a correlate. And then why are they thought to be living fossils? Why are they thought to be living fossils? Why are they thought to be living fossils? One is because of what? They were thought to be extinct, yet they have existed unchanged for millions of years. Because they were thought because they were thought to be extinct. They were thought to be extinct, yet they have existed unchanged for millions of years ago. They were thought to be extinct, ne? Yet uh, they have what? Yet they have existed, yet they have existed unchanged. They have existed unchanged for millions of years ago. Unchanged for millions of years. They have existed unchanged for millions of years ago. And then where was the first life Coelacanths caught was caught? Where was it first caught? It was first caught where off the coast of East London. Off the coast of East London. It was caught off the coast of East London. And then number 3.3.3 they are thought to be in the missing link between fish and amphibians. What do we call the fossil that have common features, that have the common features of two different groups and show change from one group to the other? This is called what? A transitional fossil or a transitional species. It's called a transitional. What do we call the fossil? It's called a transitional fossil. It is an intermediate. It shows the characteristics of the former and the post. So we are saying it is called a transitional fossil. It is actually called a transitional. We also have that in hominids, which we can call a transitional organism, meaning to say that it has got the both characteristics of the pre and post organisms that existed before and after it. Give one example. Give one example of any other missing link that you have studied other than the correlate. We can also talk about the what other examples of one example of this. We have got an example of the Archaeopteryx. It's an example of this one. Archaeo. We can also have the what? The Listosaurus. As example. So we are saying they are quite examples of that. So class, thank you so much for your time and all the best in your studies, and keep connected. Don't forget to subscribe. So then you can so therefore you can also keep posted with any other revision that are to come. All the best. Turn on your notification button and keep connected. Have a beautiful good day. Thank you.